Hey, Dr. Shakib here from Irvine Spine and Wellness Center, your Irvine Chiropractic office. I'm here with Coach John talking about bench press, all the injuries, stuff like that. We were doing a whole bunch of videos and that, and I just want to make sure that you guys watch it, but you also have to check out Coach John's blog on my website. The guy is freaking talented. I love his blogs. When I read it, it's as if he's talking to me, and it's just, you know, honestly, you are very, very good at writing blogs. I think that's your hidden talent. You gotta explore that a little bit. But we're talking about bench press and some of the rehab exercises. So you've already injured yourself, and now you've gone through the treatment options that I already did a video on. Make sure you watch it. And then now you're ready to come back to the gym to work out. What are some of those? What's the very first exercise, in your opinion, that would be safe for someone who's injured their shoulder and then perhaps the elbow?
Okay.
So maybe the top two for each area.
The top two. Okay. So to begin, I would regress us from a bench press to something a little more, a little less technically demanding, a little easier on our joints. So the first thing I would start is a push-up on the floor, or a prone push-up, whatever you want to call it. It should be the foundation of what we're pressing from. It's the first thing we probably learned as a kid how to do. Our first pressing movement is a push-up. So if we can't even do that correctly, I don't think we're not in a position to, or if we can't do it correctly and pain-free, I don't think we're in a position to move forward. So that's the first place I would start.
We need to do a video on how to do that correctly, because I see that being done incorrectly and people are so proud of it. So prone push-up, we're gonna do that.
A prone push-up would be where I would start first. And don't look over the prone push-up, because you can load this, you can take it back, you can do a lot of fun stuff with a push-up, and you can progress it well. So that's the first place I would start. And then to address that would take care of our pressing. Now, depending on what our injury is, I would address our backside. So how we are stabilizing ourselves on the bench. And to do that, I would recommend a Cuban press. I don't know, there's probably a ton of videos on a Cuban press, but you basically just...
Well, we want to know what Coach John recommends. So maybe we're going to do a video on Cuban press and
a push-up.
Push-up.
So we'll do this.
We're going to make sure we put that at the end of this video.
So those are the two options I'd recommend first. A Cuban press is going to address all the tiny stabilizer muscles back there in our shoulder health to make sure when we're pressing, we're in an advantageous position and we're safe.
Very good. So how about the elbows?
The elbows. So the elbows, what I usually see is from overuse. So you're benching a little too much, maybe a little too heavy. So what I would do for this, I know some of us meatheads are probably going to like this, but I like as Dr. Jordan Shallow, one person I follow a lot, he calls it joint training as opposed to bicep training. You train the resiliency of this joint. So when you're pressing, it's flexing and extending the entire time. So you train flexion and extension from different angles to build the resilience of that joint. I don't want to say bicep training because people are just going to start going currently, but...
And you know, I think most people, biceps has two heads.
Yes, two heads, yes.
That means you need to train both heads.
You need to train both heads, you need to train from different angles, you need to train through a wide range of movements and different loading patterns, if you'd say.
Very good. So those are the two that, for each area there's technically one, but then it's in different directions. So it's actually technically more than one exercise for the elbow.
Yes.
So in my practice, the most commonly injured issues with people working out their shoulders has to do with supraspinatus. I've actually done a whole series of videos on supraspinatus. Make sure you watch it. How to tape it. It's a little bit hard to tape your own shoulder joints, but go for it. Videotape it, send it to us on the YouTube channel. But supraspinatus is commonly injured, and that's because the actual muscle goes above the shoulder blade, and then it goes around and it wraps under where the clavicle gets connected to the acromion process. So it's easier to pinch it more than anything else. And you don't really need to load it that much, and you can really tear it nicely. So if you have a history of dislocated shoulder, you may want to tape it to stabilize it before you go crazy, and don't go crazy. How about that? As far as the elbows I would have to say in my practice, what I see with elbow issues and shoulder workouts has to do with the fact that the biceps are too tight, the pecs are too tight, so biomechanically the elbows are not in a neutral position they need to be. So it's already at a disadvantage, and then that leads to injuries. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed what you saw. If you like it, subscribe to the YouTube channel. Make sure you share it with other people. Follow us on our Facebook page, and do know that you are in charge of your own decisions. Make them a good one. Thanks for watching. Take care.